Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of February 8th through February 14th. I do want to announce I have 2 slots open in a group mentoring session that is coming up February the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. You guys can Google and see the time difference and figure out what time that would be for you. And then if that time does not work for you, if you are interested in participating in a group mentoring session, let me know and we'll schedule something that works for the two of us, and then we'll just open it up for the public to join. So let's see, best way to let me know is find my contact information, which is on my website, amista.info, and just drop me a line, text me, or call me. Okay, so let's get into your reading, Capricorn. On Monday, what you have coming up is the Three of Clubs. This is telling me that you are making some preparations for travel for some of you, Capricorn. So you may be making travel plans. You may be out buying the travel size toiletries that you might need. You may be actually packing your bags, but some kind of plans being made for travel on Monday. The other way that this can be coming in, excuse me, is that this can be where you have set something in motion, and now you're kind of waiting to see what is going to be the result of that. Will the results be what you want or something else? And then the other way that this can be coming in, Capricorns, is that this can be some dream tweaking. So this may be that you had a situation that you just thought would be absolutely perfect and ideal, and now you're starting to realize, you know what, maybe that's not exactly the way I would like things to be in my life. Maybe I would like it to be just a little bit different over here in this way. So doing some dream tweaking, kind of rethinking what you actually want, is another way that that can be manifesting for you. So we've got 3 different things that could be going on for you. Some of you, what could be going on maybe that you're having 2 out of the 3, or maybe all 3 out of the 3, but for most of you it's just going to come in one way or the other. Now, Tuesday, Capricorns, what we have showing up for you is the Ten of Cups in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse just tells me that there's some kind of situation emotionally where you're not feeling so good. Maybe things are going kind of backwards in a relationship. Maybe you're not as happy with a hobby as you thought you would be. Maybe there's a project at work that's not going so well and you're a little bit frustrated about it. But emotionally, there's something that's going backwards. There's something that's giving you some negative emotions, and it feels like it's a surprise to you that you're getting some kind of negative emotion out of this particular situation or this particular relationship whenever that shows up on Tuesday. It's actually, what I'm hearing is it's the last thing you expected. Now, Wednesday, 9 of Cups showing up in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. Let's take a peek here. Okay, so I feel like this is talking about a temporary situation, and I'm kind of digging in to see what else I can find on this, because this is coming up a little bit different than usual. It looks to me like, is this you or is this somebody else? This is somebody else. So there's somebody in your life that you're dealing with on Wednesday that has decided that, okay, so Capricorns, for some of you, there's going to be somebody that you're dealing with that is suicidal. And you're going to be interacting with them on Wednesday. I do feel like you're going to know. I feel like they're going to communicate that, or else you're going to pick up on little body language type hints or little hints that they say that they drop in their speech and their verbalizing. And I feel like you're going to catch that, and you're going to be talking to them and basically encouraging them to stick around, not to kick the bucket. And I'm sorry for saying that. I know some of you are going to take that as a disrespectful thing. I don't really think about that as, I think about death differently since my significant other passed away, and I don't give it a lot of reverence anymore because I know that a lot of people like to think death is the end of something. It's not. The personality still lives, that character still lives, that person is still around, they just are not in a body. And so to me, I just don't give it as much reverence as a lot of people do, and I hope you um, understand and will excuse me for that. Now, I don't feel like all of you are going to be talking to somebody who is suicidal on Wednesday, but the ones of you that are, I feel like this person for most of you is going to be a good friend, and they are going to be confiding in you. For some of you, you will have to ask them, based on the hints that they're dropping or little red flags that you're seeing. You're going to have to ask them, hey, are you considering this? For others of you, I feel like this person is just going to come out and just say it. So like I said, not everybody is going to be dealing with somebody who actually feels suicidal on Wednesday, but Capricorns, I do feel like a lot of you are going to be dealing with people who we're dealing with someone during the day who has some very negative emotions. And when I'm saying negative emotions, I don't mean like explosive, like anger. I don't mean any kind of explosive eruptions. I mean, they're feeling really down. They're feeling really depressed. They're feeling really angry at themselves, maybe. Um, they're feeling pretty worthless, is what I'm hearing. So even the ones that are not actually considering suicide are not in a good place at all. So when you pick up on this, when you notice this, when you notice that you're dealing with that person, try to have some compassion, try to help them see the good in themselves if you have a chance to do that, if you have time to do that. I feel like some of you, you may not have that kind of opportunity. This may be just kind of a fleeting interaction. And for some of you that this person is not suicidal, the person that you're interacting with may not be somebody who's so close to you. This may not be a close friend or anybody that's close like that. It may just be an acquaintance. In fact, I'm getting a picture too of like some of you Capricorns being in a toll booth and the person is in the car and they just mention something and then they just like drive off. Obviously, you don't really have time to work with that person or try to help that person very much in that type of situation. And I'm sure that that is not necessarily what's going to be happening to you Capricorns, but that's kind of giving me an example of the type of situation where you just don't have time to really help that person that much. And it's important to not to beat up on yourself, whatever your interaction is with that person, not to beat up on yourself. Let's see. On Thursday, what you have coming up here is you have the Two of Swords showing up in reverse. This is telling me that you're taking your time making a decision, maybe even actually procrastinating on that decision. You're trying to make it as fair as possible. And it feels like this is a decision where you're being tugged back and forth between two people. So this may be a he said, she said, or this may be two friends that are kind of at it and they want you to get in the middle and be the referee. Or this could be a situation at work where you have subordinates that you have to figure out, okay, what's really the truth here? And you're getting two completely different stories. I've seen this also come up several times for parents too, when they're trying to make a fair decision between siblings and they're not getting the real story from either one of them, or they don't know who they're getting the real story from or if they're getting the real story at all. So this is the type of thing it is where you have to decide between two people or two groups of people and you're trying to be as fair as you can, but the sources that your information is coming from are very questionable. And I feel like that's part of why you're procrastinating on making this decision. You're really hoping that some more solid information actually comes out. I'm not really feeling like you're going to have more solid information. So this may be one of those things where you just have to follow your gut for this decision. Okay, so Friday, Capricorn, what we have coming up is we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse is just telling me that there is somebody in your life that you're going to be seeing their true colors on Friday. And when you see their true colors, let's just say you're going to be less than inspired about that. In fact, your opinion of them may go down by a couple of notches or 5 notches. It may go down a little bit. So that's on Friday. Somebody's true colors come out, and I feel like you're pretty disappointed by what you see. I think you're very surprised about it, and you're pretty disappointed about it as well. I don't think you ever saw this coming at all. Now, Saturday, you have the Seven of Cups showing up in reverse, which just tells me that you're going to be doing some what ifing. Like, what if my life was better in this way? What if I lived in a house that had a bigger kitchen? What if I lived in a house that had a room for an office? What if I had this? What if I had that? What if my commute to work was shorter? What if, I don't know what all. I can't even imagine what all. But anyway, there's some what ifing going on, and you're really kind of doing some daydreaming about, you know, how would life be if this was better, if that was better, if the other was better. But this is more than what ifing whenever it comes up in reverse. Whenever it comes up in reverse is really like the next step in the process. So this tells me that you are not only identifying what you would like to have in your life that would make things feel better for you or make things be better for you, you're actually taking that first step in the process to bring that into your manifestation. So to make those what ifs into reality. So that's actually kind of a cool card. It just shows you beginning that journey towards bringing those what ifs into reality in your life. So like maybe if you were thinking, you know, what if I could be a psychologist, and what if I could make more money if I was a psychologist, then this may be signing up to go back to school to take those courses that you need to become a psychologist. So it's just taking some action steps towards a goal or a dream of yours. And that's Saturday. Now Sunday, what we have showing up is we have the Four of Coins. And I like the Four of Coins in this deck. If you see, this guy has a couple of coins out by his feet, and he is putting a couple of coins in his chest there. So to me, this is talking about you have enough money to cover your living expenses and your costs, but you also have enough money to put some of that away and stash it back and save it for something. Some of you may be saving this money to go to school. Some of you may be saving this money for Christmas this year. Some of you may be saving this money for a car, for a house, for a down payment on either one of those. But definitely I feel like a lot of you Capricorns are going to be putting money back or stashing money back. And I feel like for most of you, you're going to have a specific intention for this money. For a few of you, you're just going to be putting it back for like a just in case type of intention. But for most of you, you're going to have a very specific thing in mind as you're stashing this money back on Sunday. So that is your week, Capricorn. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. If you haven't seen it already, I did do a monthly forecast for this month. That's the first time I've done that, kind of an experimental thing. We'll see where that goes. So check that out. Tell me what you think of the format. If you like it, and if you want me to continue doing monthlies, I would say share that as much as you can, because I'm going to base my decision about whether I do another one next month on how many views these monthlies got. Okay? So everybody have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here next time. Peace out.